Greetings, everybody. Welcome. Tiffanie Kellogg here, back to talk to you about the Jumpstart 2021 Virtual Summit. And I'm super excited to be joined today by Juliet. And I was, listening to her talk about her presentation, and I think you're going to like it. So to start us off, why is goal planning important? Why should we bother?
Yeah, so I'm excited about this topic because planning is one of those things where I feel like businesses have heard they need to do it, but they're not really sure, why take the time to actually put to that versus just getting things done. So the biggest thing about planning is it's the thinking that goes involved in it and also helps you focus. That's probably the number one thing that's so important, is getting more focused, because otherwise, if you don't know where you're going, it's so easy to get pulled in a million different directions from people around you. So it's just that centering and thinking about where you're going, and is that tied to a future goal, or is that just a shiny penny that you're getting distracted with?
I like to call it, are we victim of the SBO, shiny bright object syndrome?
Yes.
Because it's so easy to do that.
There's we don't want to do that. So
now,
much.
I'm a simple gal from Arkansas, and I mean, goal planning and focus, that sounds like it's some work.
Yeah, and I think when we're trained about planning, it's in the beginning years of our business. And for anyone who has gone and actually gotten capital funding through SBA or even through investors or family investors, and they're like, go write a business plan. That's usually the terminology that's used to frame a multiple page document that has all this research involved in it, where what we're talking about is more of a focused plan, an operational plan. How do you get it so that it drives what you're focused on, what you're working on throughout the week? That's really what it's about, so that all your to-do lists that are built off of working in the weeds of today and your to-do lists get supplemented with things that are working on growing yourself, growing the business, because those are the things that you have to really pre-think about. Because if you think about it, you're not already doing them. So it's not on a to-do list. You're not already working on it. It's things you have to pre-think about. And if you don't know what they are, you certainly aren't going to make time to do those things. And so a year from now, you kind of have the same results, the same frustrations, nothing is really moving forward. So planning is a part of really getting those things in your schedule. It doesn't need to take long. In fact, when we're together at the Jumpstart, we're going to put things in the calendar in 5 minutes. So it can be that quick.
Quick is a good thing for some people, definitely. So this is Juliet Kais. She is with Action Coach Tampa Bay. She's a partner there. She's a business coach. And speaking of being a business coach, she's actually one of the top 25 in the organization. That's around the world, and they're in over 80 countries. And she's coming to our little neck of the woods for the Jumpstart 2021 Virtual Summit. So we're super excited to have her. Okay, let's talk planning. Because COVID has kind of really disrupted a lot of people's plans in 2020. And there's other stuff going on as well. Oh my gosh, there's so much going on. And it's kind of like WTF. And you can tell us a little bit more about that. But why should I bother planning if I can't control what's going to happen?
Yeah. And, it's a great question. And I love that you said WTF, because, our book is OMG WTF, but it stands for what's the focus, not what WTF means to everyone that went through 2020. So funny how many people are celebrating the end of the year instead of the beginning of a new year this coming December. So, but, the fact is, you never know what's coming around the corner. One thing you do know is that at some point, everyone is going to exit their business. What that looks like is very different, but everyone's going to have an exit. And so imagine what's different if you're on a road trip and you at least know where you're headed and some way to get there. Are there accidents? Is there construction you weren't looking for? Are there things that you need to go around? Yeah, there's times in that path where you're like, wow, I wasn't expecting that to happen. Or Google just like turned off on my road. I lost signal. I mean, this stuff happens all the time on road trips. And because you know where you're going, you figure out how to get there. It's when you don't know where you're going that you really just start driving around in circles. You're lost. It doesn't take much to get thrown off. It's like, oh, there's an accident. What do we do? Like, where are we going? I don't know. And you can really get stuck. And so many people got stuck because of COVID. They just froze. They didn't know what to do. They didn't understand how it impacted their business. They didn't even know where they were going before that. So they surely couldn't figure out, like, how do I pivot? What do I do differently? And so the ones that really had that kind of focus already happening were able to adjust and move a lot faster in a new direction. So I think that's like actually proving the whole reason why getting focused is so important.
Gotcha. And so Juliet will be with us for the Jumpstart 2021 event that's happening this Friday, December 4th. So we hope that we see you there. If we're not able to see you there, though, go ahead and grab your ticket because we'll be recording it. And then you'll still get to see her amazing presentation to help us jumpstart 2021. Juliet, thank you so very much for being here with us today.
Yeah, thank you. I'm so excited to be a part of so many other speakers, and the combination of learning all these different areas with putting it into a plan. I mean, for $20, it's an amazing value. So thank you for having me a part of it.